Dancer is a 2020 Indian Hindi language musical dance drama film directed by Ramo D'Souza. It is produced by Bhushan Kumar, Krishna Kumar, and Leslie D'Souza under the banners of T Series and Ramo D'Souza Entertainment. The film stars Varun Dhawan, Shraddha Kapoor, Prabhudeva, and Noura Fatehi. Its music is composed by Sachin Jigar, Tanishq Bagchi, Badshah, Guru Randhawa, Gurinder Sehgal, and Harsh Upadhyay, and released under the banner T Series. The story explores a dance competition between some India and Pakistani dancers. Originally planned as a sequel to Disney's ABCD 2 2015, the film was taken off the title due to Disney's exit from Indian film production and was instead renamed to its current title after Bhushan Kumar took over as producer. Filming commenced in February 2019 in Punjab, later moved to London and was wrapped up in July 2019. It was theatrically released in India on 24 January 2020. Inder Singh Narula Punit Pathak is a dancer who is a part of dance team named Street Dancer at the beginning of the film. Inder is dancing at the ground zero battle with his brother Sahej Singh Narula, Varun Dhawan, cheering for him, and while doing a flip stunt, he lands on his leg and injures it. After 2 years, he is healing but cannot dance. Sahej forms Street Dancer again and converts it into a studio for money, whose sources he is hesitant about revealing. Pori Raghav Jewal is one of Sahej's close friends, along with Dharmesh Yalende and Sushant Pujari, who are all part of Street Dancer. While showing the dance studio to the Street Dancer team, they run into Inayat, Shraddha Kapoor, and her team. The rule breakers dance as well. Sahej and Inayat have always been at standstills against each other, and they have a dance battle. The rule breakers beat Street Dancer, embracing Sahej. In the process, Inayat's cousin Jane Salman Yusuf Khan takes her home. Their family is very orthodox, and Inayat lies about her dancing, hiding the truth from them. Sahej visits the Royals, an all-time record-holding dance group that always wins the ground zero competition. His girlfriend Mia, Noura Fatehi, is on the team, and she is an incredible dancer. They discuss on how irritated Sahej is by Inayat, and she calms him down. Mia trains the Street Dancer gang, giving them the spark they wanted. The two gangs meet up in a restaurant for a cricket match between India, Sahej's team, and Pakistan, Inayat's team. India wins, and this leads to a dance battle where Mia shows her moves. The police and the restaurant manager Ram Prasad aka Anna Prabhudeva control the fight. As they leave, Inayat sees some homeless people entering the restaurant from the back door. She follows them and meets Ram. He explains to her that these are illegal immigrants and he feeds them food that isn't used. He takes her to an area where many illegal immigrants reside. He tells her that they can't go back to their home as they have no money. She gets emotional and begins to help them. One day, when Podi reaches the dance studio, he sees Sahej being interrogated by the cop. Sahej reveals that when he went to India for his cousin's marriage, he met Amrinder Mehrotra, Apar Shakti Khurana, and his three other friends playing drums in the marriage. He was impressed by their talent. They request Sahej to take them to London, which he denies. After they offer a huge amount of 40 lakhs, he agrees to take them to London. That's how he got the money to buy the dance studio. Podi promises to not tell it to anymore. The Ground Zero battle returns. Inder asks Sahej to participate and win it. Inayat decides to participate so that they can use the money to help the illegal immigrants, and Ram supports her. The two gangs meet, and Ram says that if they become one of they can easily win the competition, but both of them deny the offer. Sahej impresses the royals with his dance at a nightclub. He, Dipodi, and Shushi are selected for the royals. The two gangs meet in the restaurant again. They have an argument which ends up with Ram dancing, showcasing his ability to Shahe blinded by his ego, turns down the opportunity. Podi is in a relationship with Aisha, a girl from Inayat's gang. He realizes that Inayat's gang are participating in the Ground Zero battle so that they can retrieve them the prize money, which is £100,000 to help illegal immigrants, and tells Sahej about it at the Royals Dance Studio. Sahej does not believe Podi and a fight ensues between the both of them. This causes Podi to leave the Royals and he decides to join the rule breakers. Inayat accepts Podi into the team, and other members of the street dancer team also feel left out of. Sahej spends his time with the Royals. The first round of the competition is easily surpassed by both the Royals and the rule breakers. As Sahej, D, and Shashi gets into a bus, they run into Amrinder. Amrinder tells Sahej that after he dropped them off, they went to a hostel. Over there, all illegal immigrants were staying and they were chased by the police, leaving his identity as a Sikh and his passport. He and the three Punjabi drummers joined the homeless people. Inayat gang were dancing to help them. He asks Sahej for help, but he leaves, saying he does not know him. Both teams surpass the quarter-finals and enter into semi-finals. Later, the Royals and Sahej are walking in London. They run into the drummers, where the leader of the Royals accidentally breaks his drums. After seeing them, Sahej feels guilty of his deeds. In the semi-final round, Sahej leaves the Royals and helps Inayat's gang win the round. He then quits the Royals, breaking Mia's heart and forms street dancer again. Many practices occur, and then Inayat's family finds out about her dancing actions. They ban her from dancing, shocking the team. Sahej and Jane go to her house and convince her family to let her dance. A relationship blossoms between Sahej and Inayat as they prepare for the final round of the Ground Zero battle. The Royals perform and amazes the crowd. Street dancer performs, and in the middle of their dance, a member of the Royals take off the music. The host tells them that if there is no music, they cannot dance. Amrinder then uses his drums with his friends to make music for them to dance to. The leader of the Royals finds out that his team member took off the music and he asks to put in back in. Since he did not want to cheat, at the end of their dance, Sahej does the flip stunt, which got his brother injured flawlessly, making his brother and his country proud. Sahej gets street dancer to defeat the Royals and wins the competition, also earning the Royals' respect. In the end, Sahej and Inayat being a relationship as they help the immigrants. The first schedule of the film was shot in Punjab with Dhawan, Bajwa and Khurana. Later, the second schedule took place in London with the rest of the team, including Kapoor, and Fatehi. Katrina Kaif was original choice for lead role, but she opted out and much later Kapoor joined the cast. During the May schedule of shooting, she suffered a muscle spasm. The film was wrapped up on 26 July 2019. The film was initially scheduled for release on 8 November 2019 but was pushed ahead because it couldn't be named as ABCD3 due to copyright issues. A first look poster of Dhawan in the film was unveiled on 27 May with a release date. In the poster, it was shown that film to be released on 24 January 2020. On December 18, 2019, the official trailer of the film was launched by TCDs. The film music was composed by Sachin Jigar, Tanishq Bagchi, Badshah Guru Randhawa, Gurinder Sehgal and Harsh Upadhyay, while lyrics written by Kumar, Priya Sarya, Guru Randhawa, Badshah Sachin Jigar, Tanishq Bagchi, Vayu, IP Singh, Bhargav, Purhohit, Kunal Verma, Gary Sandhu, Sabir Ahmed, Rajasri, Samir Anjan, Milind Gaba and Asli Gold. The song Mukabla from the film Kadhalan, which was dubbed in Hindi as Humse Hai Mukabla, was originally composed by A.R. Rahman, lyrics by Wali in Tamil and P.K. Mishra in Hindi, and sung by Mano and Swarnalatha, and then was recreated by Tanishq Bagchi. A version of the song was initially used to promote ABCD Anybody Can Dance. The third song, Illegal Weapon 2.0, is a remake of the Punjabi single Illegal Family, Illegal Weapon, featuring Jasmine Sanders and Gary Sandhu, which was recreated by Bagchi. The fifth song, Lagdi Lahore Di, is a remake of Guru Randhawa's most viewed song Lahore, recreated by Randhawa himself in collaboration with Sachin Jigar. The sixth song, Hindustani, is a remake of the song Suno Gaur Se Duniya Walo, originally composed by Shankar Ehsan Loy, lyrics by Sameer Anjan, and sung by Shankar Madhavan, Udit Narayan, Mahalakshmi Iyer, Dominic Q, and recreated by Harsh Upadhyay. The seventh song, Bejuban Kab Se, is a rip of the original song Bejuban from ABCD Anybody Can Dance, which was held by UTV Music after the purchase of the rights. Lyrics to the rip-off version were written by Jigar Saria, one half of composer due Sachin Jigar, who also composed the original, which had lyrics by Mayur Puri. The 11th song, Sip Sip 2.0, a promotional song, is a remake of the Punjabi single Sip Sip, which was recreated by Bagchi. The final song, Melee Sur, is a rehash of the popular song of the same name, promoting national integration in India and broadcast regularly on national feast days, and originally composed by Ashok Patki, with Piyush Pandey writing the original Hindi lyrics, composed by Sachin Jigar. The rehash version had lyrics written by Saraiya in collaboration with Vayu and IP Singh. Street Dancer 3D earned Rs 9.50 crore at the domestic box office on its opening day. On the second day, the film collected Rs 12.50 crore. On the third day, film collected Rs 17 crore, taking total opening weekend collection to Rs 39 crore. As of 28 February 2020, with a gross of Rs 81.29 crore in India and Rs 15.71 crore overseas, the film has a worldwide gross collection of Rs 97 crore. Disney's ABCD, also known as Anybody Can Dance 2, is a 2015 Indian 3D dance drama film. Directed by Ramo D'Souza and produced by Siddharth Roy Kapoor under Walt Disney Pictures. The film stars Prabhu Deva, Varun Dhawan, Shraddha Kapoor, Sushant Pujari, Raghav Juyal, Dharmesh Shilande, Puneet Pathak, and Lauren Gottlieb. It is the sequel to the 2013 film ABCD Anybody Can Dance. ABCD 2 released on 19 June 2015. The commissioned warship INS Vikrant was featured as a backdrop behind the dance group's participate area during the first half of the film, being the only film to be wholly owned and distributed by Walt Disney Pictures in India under its own brand. The film explores the career journey of Suresh and Vernon of the fictitious dance crew Kings United India, who went on to win the World Hip Hop Dance Championship in San Diego. Suresh Suru Mukund Varun Dhawan wants to be a big dancer to fulfill his mother's wish. Vinita Winnie Sharma Shraddha Kapoor wants to be the best hip hop dancer. Childhood friends from suburban Nalasopara, Mumbai. They form a team and participate in a national level competition. हम किसी से कम नहीं, where they are disqualified from the grand finale as their moves are revealed to be copied from the performance act of the Philippine All Stars, and the judges term them cheaters. Everyone departs to search for jobs. Suru returns to work in a bar as a waiter. Winnie rejoins a beauty parlor, and Vernon Sushant Pujari gets back as a delivery boy, where on and off they are insulted as cheaters. The departure of angry teammates adds insult to injury, and nothing is said to be correct. Suru hopes to remove the negative tag by planning to win a grander hip hop competition in Las Vegas. One day he watches Vishnu Prabhudeva, a rogue visitor, prove his dance mettle to a batting visitor in the bar and convinces him repeatedly to be their choreographer. They audition for people and formulate the team. They visit the qualifiers in Bangalore, where they are pre-insulted as cheaters but manage to win it after Vishnu begs the audience for one last chance for the team. Although things are fine, Suru is broken when Shetty Anna Murli Sharma, the owner of the bar where he is employed, refuses to provide him financial support, extending to rupees 25 lakhs, something he had earlier publicly promised to Suru at the time of the Hum Kisi Se Kam Nahi finale. And Suru leaves the place angry at Anna's insulting language for Winnie. However, Vishnu manages to get the money from Crox's Raghav Joyal, uncle who he convinces. After Suru loses hope when Vishnu gets angry at his inability to arrange team funds. Later, they prepare to go to Las Vegas, but Vinod Punit Pathak, a deaf mute dancer, learns from Vishnu himself that the latter has ulterior motives to go to Vegas, and as a matter of fact, he had deliberately impressed Suru and friends to procure a way out for his plan. In Las Vegas, they win the qualifiers. Later, Vishnu leaves the hotel with team money to meet his son Manu Jinnat Rath, whose mother Swati Tiska Chopra is married to another man and has moved on in life. He talks to Manu and leaves with a contented heart. In the meantime, Winnie gets injured due to excessive rehearsal and is replaced by Olive Lauren Gottlieb, an American girl of partial Indian origin, and Vishnu discovers this while thanking friend Gopi Ganesh Acharya, who works in a bar cum hotel. At the same time, Suru is enraged when he finds Vishnu missing and tries to proceed with jam sessions all on his own, but in vain. Vishnu returns while trying to save the day for Suru from the German team as they get into a fight, later admitting he had made a mistake leaving without permission. Although he didn't want to lose a family he had yearned to create in years, apologizes, is forgiven by Suru, and team enters the finales. Across rehearsals, Olive gets close to Suru and a jealous Winnie tells Suru she loves him. Although Olive has feelings for Suru, an in-person conversation with Winnie assures Olive that Suru had that inherent charm with nothing to do about his sweetness, and she agrees to continue with the Indian Stunners after Winnie recovers. The team enters the final where Vinod health worsens during a fictitious assemblage, and the Indian Stunners end up making this grave mistake in the formation only to fall down. Since the Dharmeshilande knew about Vinod's tuberculosis problem, everyone has almost given up after the accident. When Vinod tries to encourage Suru, who forgoes the accident, and others return to make the formation with success, with Vinod at the bottom. They don't win. The Who forgoes the accident, and the others return to make the formation with success, with Vinod at the bottom. They don't win the competition but win the hearts of millions, with Suru leading a voiceover narrative about his mother, motivation lessons on dance. ABCD2 was shot in Mumbai, Bangalore, and Las Vegas. The shooting was finally over in March 2015. The young, talented French duo Les twins, Laurent and Larry Borges, were also robbed in for a special freestyle dance in the song Tattoo. Shraddha Kapoor is known to have brought on her 26th birthday on the set of this film with a princess cake. The film was released by UTV Motion Pictures on 19 June 2015. However, the film's choreographer and director Remo D'Souza wanted to pre-release it on 18 June 2015 due to the beginning of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. He stated, "We just come to know that the holy month of Ramadan starts on 19 June, the day we have scheduled the release of ABCD2. I have been receiving so many emails and messages from my Muslim friends requesting not to release on that day as they would be unable to go for the film." Critical reception on the review aggregation website Rotten Tomatoes The film has a rating of 58% based on 12 reviews, with an average rating of 6 out of 10. Meena Iyer from the Times of India gave it 3 out of 5 stars, stating the film raises the bar from its first part. Sukanya Verma of Rediff liked the choreography but thought that because of its poorly placed beginning, ABCD2 feels a bit of stretch. At 1:54 minutes, she gave the film 2.5 out of 5 stars. Rajiv Masand of CNN IBN also gave the film 2.5 out of 5 stars, writing that the film makes up for its amateurish storytelling with its often jaw-dropping set pieces and the sheer hard work of its leads. Varun and Shraddha are so earnest. You are willing to forgive their less than convincing storylines because their dancing, particularly Varun's, is mighty impressive. Both actors hold their own against the professionals without losing face. The film got a negative review from Shubhra Gupta of the Indian Express, who gave it 1.5 out of 5 stars. She wrote, "A dance movie needs to electrify. That's missing in the Shraddha Kapoor, Varun Dhawan starrer." The soundtrack of ABCD2 is composed entirely by Jigar Savia and Sachin Sanghvi, while the lyrics were written by Mayurpuri Badshah, Rimini Q. D. Soldier, and Priya Savia. The audio album was released on 22 May 2015. For the year 2015 to 16, Disney India had decided to sell the music rights of its film to G Music Company. The film soundtrack is the first step in the series. A reprised, uncredited version of Vande Mataram appears during the end credits. The version is crowned by Sachin and Jigar. A reprised version of Bejuban Perse was also released, crowned by Shraddha Kapoor and Neil Sharma, with the English rap written by Neil Sharma and the other lyrics borrowed from Mayuri Puri. ABCD is a 2013 Indian 3D dance drama film directed and choreographed by choreographer Ramo D'Souza and produced by Siddharth Roy Kapoor and Roni Skriwala. The film stars Prabhu Deva, Ganesh Acharya, and K.K. Menon in lead roles. The participants of Dance India Dance appear in supporting roles along with the Tamil and Telugu dubbed versions titled Adalam's Boys, Chinatha Dance, and ABCD respectively. The film, made at a budget of Rs 120 million, was released worldwide in 3D on 8 February 2013. Mostly positive reviews from critics. A sequel titled ABCD2 was released on 19 June 2015. A long time ago, after having a bitter disagreement with his friend and manager Jahangir Khan, K.K. Menon about the latter's blatant abuse of power and influence to win a dance competition called Dance Dil Se for his team JDC, Jahangir Dance Company. The choreographer of the dance company, Vaishnu Prabhudeva, quits his jobs. At first, he wants to return home to Chennai, but his friend Gopi Ganesh Acharya asks him to stay in Mumbai with him. Vaishnu observes several young men using Parker to evade the police. They turn out to be proteges of Gopi, but despite their obvious raw talent they lack. He discipline required to become serious artists. They demonstrate this disastrously at a local event for a politician, wherein they set the stage on fire after witnessing the youngsters showing their dancing abilities at Ganpati Chaturthi against their equally talented rival neighborhood. Vishnu decides to start his own dance group, with them ultimately preparing them to compete in dance. They'll say, however, the lack of discipline among the dancers and rivalry between the two factions in the group led by D. Dharmesh Ilande and Rocky Salman Yusuf Khan leads to multiple creative and emotional blocks. Initially, only Rocky and his gang are willing to attend the free classes, but soon D and his friends gravitate towards the studio. They are soon joined by Chandu Punit Pathak, a troubled but extraordinarily talented man suffering from a drug addiction. Shahina Norin Shah, a bar dancer, and Reha Lauren Gotib, a wrestler who was JDC's star dancer until Jahangir tried to sexually assault her during a private instruction. Reha immediately becomes the new star of the company, though the students are initially skeptical of Shahina because of her profession. Chandu demonstrates a great deal of respect for Shahina and defends her in front of the class despite teasing from his peers. The pair quickly fall for one another, leaving quite a few of the boys heartbroken. Despite repeated pleas for peace in the studio, the two main gangs continue to clash, driving Vishnu to his wits end. However, the students seems to improve, and as a reward he gives them money to buy new speakers, but they nearly lose it all when Riaz takes them to an elite dance club where they challenge the resident champions, a professional dance crew called Fictitious Crew. Vishnu arrives at the last minute and wins back the money, but while his students gain new respect for him, he is furious with them. After some hard apologizing, he forgives them and they return to class with greater discipline and drive, only to suddenly be thrown out on the street after Dee's father calls the cops. During all of this, Rocky and Reha start to fall for each other, whilst Dee burns with jealousy. The communist complains that their children should not be mixing in such a way, and only through an informative dance performance are the youth able to convince their families of the importance of their talent. Only Dee's conservative and orthodox father refused to accept that his son desires to be a dancer. The crew had to dance, will say, and audition, but when Rocky and Dee fight on stage for Reha, their chances of appearing on the show in the first place seems bleak. Jahangir, in a bid to humiliate Vishnu publicly, persuades the judges to take the Thongri dance revolution crew on as a comedy act, faced with ridicule and the idea that they are a joke and not true dancers. Vishnu asks Rocky and Dee to do a step that requires a great deal for trust from both, but they cannot muster the trust to manage it. Vishnu has them choose the people they would trust to perform the step with, but then tricks both dancers by blindfolding them and having them attempt it again. This time they are successful. Vishnu then states that unless the two manage to do the step without blindfolds, none of the dancers would be allowed to go home for the night. Several abortive and unsuccessful attempts. Later, Dee and Rocky take a break, and Chandu talks to Dee and tells him about Bhavna's secret love for Dee. Bhavna and Dee get together. Dee completes the move successfully with Rocky, and the two factions begin to trust each other and work together. Before the semi-finals, Chandu prepares to propose to Sahina, but he meets his old drug dealer on the street. Now completely free from the hold of drugs, he refuses to fall back into that world. But the dealer, irritated, tosses the ring intended for Sahina at him, and it falls into the street. As he retrieves it, Chandu is hit by a truck and killed, leaving the team devastated. Shahina, though barely able to stand from grief, becomes the centerpiece of the team's semi-final routine, in which they express the loss of their friend, bringing audience members to tears. The team and the community come together to cremate Chandu, and DDR resolves to continue in the competition in Chandu's memory. At the finals, Jahangir pulls a dirty trick. His informant Mayur, a performer in DDR, but tempted by Jahangir's offer of a main lead role in JDC, began to feed information to the opposition leads. JDC dancers to copy DDR's choreography and performance concept, faced with losing. DDR crafts a new routine on the spot based around Lord Ganesha. Their heartfelt and spontaneous performance reminds the cold-hearted Jahangir why he and Vishnu started JDC in the first place, and he is humble. The DDR crew and rewarded with thunderous applause and victory in the competition. The film was released on a total of 750 screens, which included 400 3D screens and 350 2D screens in India. The cost of production is around rupees 80 million, with a P&A budget of rupees 35 million. Released up. Featuring praised the film on The Hollywood Reporter as exuberant, upbeat, and overflowing with music. Persona Dzor for Radic.com has given 4 out of 5 stars and says ABCD Anybody Can Dance is must watch not only for dance lovers but also for those who like good cinema. Karan others from Bollywood Hangama rated the film ABCD 3 out of 5 stars, saying ABCD biggest strength lies in the variety of dances that Remo presents to the spectators. On the whole, ABCD had some incredible, eye-popping dances as its soul. While the template may be conventional, the triumph of the underdog, the film has its shares of moments that stay with you, especially the concluding portions of the film. Decent watch. Shivesh Kumar of India Weekly awarded the movie 3 out of 5 stars. The soundtrack received highly positive reviews from critics. Shrishant Podar of Score magazine gave the album 4 out of 5 stars, saying Sachin Jigar have delivered a multi-genre winning album. They have wonderfully demonstrated their versatility and deserve to be heard more. Despite having a couple of situational tracks, the album gets a thumbs up because of its uniqueness, giving the album 4 out of 5 stars. Romini Q. Nunner of Bolly Spice wrote ABCD is one of the best albums of 2013 simply because you can feel Sachin and Jigar in their element in creating lasting songs that complement the film's core theme. Indie Beats also gave it 4 out of 5 stars and commented ABCD is definitely out of the box, crossing all expectations, still delivering a package so brilliantly done in a situation where we expected some hard-hitting techno-rock tracks. Sachin Jigar amazes us by the sheer choice of unconventional arrangements, which mesmerizes in a great deal. Bollywood Life critic Suparna Thombare said, with 9 powerful tracks, ABCD is definitely Sachin Jigar's best work till date as their experiments have created some fresh new age sounds. But their success really lies in being able to balance Western and Indian influences to create something that young, fresh and urban, yet Indian at its core. It would not be wrong to say that ABCD is India's first step into the urban dance genre. Sachin Jigar have arrived. She also gave it 4 out of 5 stars. IBM Live gave it 3 out of 5 stars and noted the duo of Sachin Jigar has delivered an album that has its moments. ABCD is versatile album though it falls short of creating an album with viral tracks. ABCD had opening in India of Rs 45 million net on the first day. It collected approximately Rs 195 million net at the domestic box office in the first weekend. By the end of its first week, the film has grossed over 312 million net. The film grossed 4,25,000 overseas in opening weekend. The film's music was done by the composer due Sachin Jigar. Also, songs were written by Mayur Puri apart from Man Basiyo Sanavario, which had lyrics by Priya Kanchal. The film spawned a sequel titled ABCD 2, which released on 19 June 2015. Varun Dhawan, born 24 April 1987, is an Indian actor, one of the country's highest paid celebrities. He has featured in Forbes India's Celebrity 100 list since 2014. The first 11 films in which he starred were commercially successful, establishing Dhawan in Hindi cinema. Born to the film director David Dhawan, he studied business management from the Nottingham Trent University, after which he worked as an assistant director to Karan Johar on the 2010 drama My Name is Khan. He made his acting debut in 2012 in Johar's teen drama Student of the Year. He rose to prominence with starring roles in the romantic comedies मैं तेरा हीरो 2014, Humpty Sharma की दुल्हनिया 2014 and Badrinath की दुल्हनिया, the action comedies Dilwale 2015, Dishoom 2016 and Judwa 2 2017, the dance film ABCD 2 2015 and the drama Sui Dhaga 2018. He also received praise for playing an Avenger in the crime thriller Badlapur 2015 and an aimless man coping with loss in the drama October 2018. Dhawan was born on 24 April 1987 to David Dhawan, a film director, and Karuna Dhawan. His elder brother Rohit is a film director, while his uncle Anil is an actor. He completed his HSc education from the HR College of Commerce and Economics. Dhawan has a degree in business management from the Nottingham Trent University, United Kingdom. Prior to his acting career, Dhawan worked as an assistant director to Karan Johar on his drama My Name is Khan, 2010. In 2012, Dhawan made his acting debut with Johar's romantic comedy Student of the Year alongside Siddharth Malhotra and Alia Bhatt. He was confident as Rohan Nanda, the teenage son of a rich businessman who competes with his girlfriend played by Bhatt and best friend played by Malhotra to win an annual school championship. Film critic Taran Adarsh from Bollywood Hungama found Dhawan to be a talent one can't help but marvel at, and CNN IBN's Rajiv Masand added. It's Varun Dhawan who stands out with a confident, charming turn, able to tackle both comical and vulnerable scenes with ease. Student of the Year was a success, grossing rupees 970 million, 14 million US dollar worldwide, and Dhawan's performance earned him a Best Male Debut nomination at Filmfare. 2014, Dhawan appeared in two films, the first of which was the romantic comedy Main Tera Hero 2014, a remake of Telugu film Kandirega, which was produced by Balaji Motion Pictures and directed by his father. He played Srinath Senu Praise Prasad, an impetuous brat who is involved in a love triangle between Elena D. Cruz and Nargis Fakhri. Raidita Tandon of Filmfare commended Dhawan on his comic timing and compared him favorably to Govinda and Prabhu Deva. Dhawan then played Rakesh Humpty Sharma, a flirtatious Punjabi boy who engages in a romantic affair with an engaged woman in Shashank Khaitan's romantic comedy Humpty Sharma Ki Dulhania, co-starring Alia Bhatt and Siddharth Shukla. The film was described as a tribute to Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge 1995 by Johar, who served as producer. Rohit Kalani of India Today praised Dhawan's screen presence, and Nandini Ramnath of Mint noted how much he stood out in the few quieter scenes of the film. Humpty Sharma Ki Dulhania emerged as one of top-grossing Indian production of the year, earning rupees 1.11 billion, 16 million US dollar worldwide. The crime thriller Badlapur 2015 from director Sriram Raghavan saw Dhawan play a man who, over the courses of 15 years, avenges the murder of his wife and son. Portraying the character was a terrifying experience for Dhawan, who slipped into depression, as after a point it no longer felt like I was exciting in a film. Raja Sen of Rediff.com praised Dhawan's acting range, writing that he sheds his easy, breezy charm, but crucially not his slightly hapless, natural likability, and bubbles up volcanically, his eyes frequently doing the talking. He received a Filmfare Award for Best Actor nomination for his performance. Dhawan next starred opposite Shraddha Kapoor in a sequel to the dance film ABCD Anybody Can Dance, entitled ABCD 2, in which he portrays the real-life character of Suresh Mukund, a dancer from Mumbai who wins the 2012 World Hip Hop Dance Championship. Critic Shilpa Jamkhandikar of Returns criticized the film, finding Dhawan to be the only assist of the film, writing that except for the honest note he strikes, the rest of the film could have been just a bunch of music videos. ABCD2 on rupees 1.57 billion, 22 million US dollar worldwide. The film's commercial performance led box office India to consider it an emerge of Dhawan's star power. His final appearance that year was in Rohit Shetty's ensemble action drama Dilwale, co-starring Shah Rukh Khan, Kajol, and Kriti Sanon, in which he played the younger sibling of Khan's character. Despite negative reviews from critics, the film proved to be a commercial success, grossing over rupees 3.75 billion, 53 million US dollar, emerging as Dhawan's highest grossing release and one of the highest grossing Bollywood films. He next appeared in the action cop comedy Dishum 2016, directed by his brother Rohit, alongside Johan Abraham and Jacqueline Fernandez. Despite mixed reviews, the film proved to be as successful at the box office, grossing over 1.2 billion, 17 million US dollar. Dhawan reunited with Khaitan and Bhatt for the romantic comedy Badrinath Ki Dulhania 2017, in which he played the chauvinist finance of Bhatt's character. Shubhra Gupta of the Indian Express wrote that Dhawan's impresses as a boy struggling to be a man. In addition, Tushar Joshi of Daily News and Analysis noted that Varun Dhawan and Alia Bhatt prove that on-screen chemistry can be enough sometimes to keep you engaged in an average plot with a predictable narrative. Dhawan received his second Best Actor nomination at Filmfare for the film. Later in 2017, he starred in his father's comedy film Judwa 2, a reboot of the 1997 comedy film Judwa, alongside Jacqueline Fernandez and Taapsee Pannu. Both Badrinath Ki Dulhania and Judwa 2 proved to be commercial success, earning over rupees 2 billion, 28 million US dollar each. Forbes published that with 9 consecutive box office hits and a 100% success ratio, Dhawan had established himself as a bona fide Bollywood superstar. The record of successful films continued with Dhawan's 2018 release is Shujit Sircar's drama October and Sharat Kataria's social problem film Sui Dhaga. In the former, he played Dan, an aimless hotel management trainee whose life undergoes a series of changes when his co-worker goes into a coma. In a highly positive review, Anna Vatikat of First Post commended Dhawan for effecting his steady swagger and trademark shoots-iness to play Dan. Rohit Watts of Hindustan Times considering it to be his finest performance to date and wrote that his humor is innate, but his understanding of pain and how it affects the human behavior is even better. In Sui Dhaga, Dhawan and Anushka Sharma starred as Mozi and Mamta, a newly-wed couple in rural India who began their own small-scale clothing business. Udita Jhunjhunwala of Mint reviewed, Dhawan has perfected the template for playing a simpleton. He brings a similar naivety to Moji, albeit endearingly. For October, he received a nomination for the Filmfare Critics Award for Best Actor. Dhawan's only screen appearance in 2019 was in Abhishek Varman's period drama Kalank, featuring an ensemble cast including Madhuri Dikshit, Sonakshi Sinha Bhatt, Aditya Roy Kapoor, and Sanjay Dutt. Set in the 1940s prior to the partition of India, the film featured him as a blacksmith for the physical demands of the part. He trained extensively despite suffering from a knee injury and hamstring tear and insisted on performing his own stunts, labeling it as the mightiest role of his career. Saibal Chatterjee of NDTV wrote, Dhawan exudes just as he ventures well beyond his comfort zone and consistently strikes the right notes. Kalank proves to be the first commercial failure over of Dhawan's career. Dhawan began the new decade by reuniting with Shraddha Kapoor in the dance film Street Dancer 3D 2020, which Namrata Joshi of The Hindu termed a compilation of indistinguishable performances. It also did not perform well at the box office. He will next star in the comedy Coolie Number 1, an adaptation of his father's 1995 film of the same name, co-starring Sara Ali Khan. Dhawan has also committed to collaborate with Sriram Raghavan for the second time in a biopic of the military officers Arun Khetrapal. Otherwise, alongside his acting career, Dhawan performs on stage and has co-hosted two award ceremonies. 2013, he performed at the Filmfare Screen and Stardust Awards ceremonies, and at the event in Hong Kong, he hosted the 2013 Stardust Awards ceremony with Siddharth Malhotra and Ayushmann Khurrana, and a segment of the 59th Filmfare Awards. He was also part of the 20th Screen Awards, co-hosting the show alongside Shah Rukh Khan and Richa Chadha in 2013. Dhawan performed at a special event alongside Malhotra, Alia Bhatt, Aditya Roy Kapoor, Shraddha Kapoor, and Huma Qureshi to raise funds for the flood-affected victims of Uttarakhand. He also donated in PM Cares Fund of Government of India due to COVID-19 pandemic in India. Dhawan is in a romantic relationship with Natasha Dalal, a designer with whom he attended school. Dhawan has appeared in Forbes India's Celebrity 100 list since 2014. Peaking at the 50th position in 2018. That year, the magazine estimated his annual income to be $495.8 million, $7.0 million US, and listed him as one of the highest paid celebrities in the country. In the same year, the Indian edition of GQ featured him among the nation's 50 most influential young people and labeled him the most bankable star of his generation. Shraddha Kapoor, born 3rd March 1987, is an Indian actress and singer who works in Hindi films. She features in listings of the most popular and the highest paid actresses in India and was featured by Forbes Asia in their 30 Under 30 list of 2016. The daughter of actor Shakti Kapoor, she began her acting career with a brief role in 2010 Heist film Teen Patti and followed it with her first leading role in teen drama Love Kada and 2011. Kapoor gained wide recognition for playing a singer in the commercial successful romantic drama Ashiki 2 2013, for which she received a nomination for the Filmfare Award for Best Actress. The following year, she portrayed a character based on Ophelia in Vishal Bhardwaj's critically acclaimed drama Heather 2014, an adaptation of William Shakespeare's tragedy Hamlet. Kapoor established herself with starring roles in the romantic thriller Equivalent 2014, the dance drama ABCD 2 2015, and the action drama Baghi 2016. Following a series of poorly received films, her highest grossing releases came with the comedy Forest 3 2018, the action thriller Saho 2019, and the comedy drama Chichore 2019. In addition to acting in films, Kapoor has sung several of her film songs. She is the celebrity endorser for several brands and products, and in 2015 she launched her own line of clothing. Kapoor was born and raised in Mumbai. On her father's side, Kapoor is of Punjabi descent, and on her mother's side, she is of Marathi and Konkani ancestry. Her maternal grandfather, Pandhirinath Kolhapur, the nephew of Deennath Mangeshkar, belonged from Kolhapur, and her maternal grandmother hailed from Panji, Goa. In an interview with the Hindustan Times, Kapoor revealed that she was raised as a Marathi as her maternal relatives lived in Maharashtra. She has said that she went through a tomboyish phase as a child and described herself as having a strong attitude, because of which she was deliberately picking fights with boys. Kapoor's family members include her father Shakti Kapoor and mother Shivangi Kapoor, her elder brother Siddhant Kapoor, her two aunts Padmini Kohlapur and Tejaswini Kohlapur are all actors in Indian cinema. She is the great niece of Lata Mangeshkar, Asa Bhosle, Meena Khadikar, Usha Mangeshkar, and Hridayanath Mangeshkar. Hailing from a family of actors, Kapoor desired to become an actress since a young age. Wearing her parents' clothes, she used to rehearse film dialogues and dance to Bollywood songs. In front of the mirror, she also accompanied her father to various shooting locations in her childhood. During one of David Dhawan's shoots, Kapoor befriended actor Varun Dhawan to play with him, and they were holding a torch pretending it to be a camera while delivering film lines to each other, and they were also dancing to Govinda's film songs. Kapoor did her schooling at Jamnabai Nursery School, and at the age of 15, she shifted to the American School of Bombay, where she was schoolmate with actress Athia Shetty and actor Tiger Shroff. In an interview with the Time of India, Shetty revealed that they all used to participate in dance competition, believing herself to be competitive at the age of 17. Kapoor played soccer and handball as she thought these games were challenging. When interviewed by the Hindustan Times in 2016, both Kapoor and Shroff admitted that they had a crush on each other in school but never proposed to each other. Kapoor then enrolled in Boston University to major in psychology, but she left in her freshman year to appear in her debut film after she was seen on Facebook by producer Ambika Hinduja, who cast her for a role in Teen Patti. In an interview with the Filmfare magazine, Shakti Kapoor revealed that Kapoor was barely 16 years old when she was offered her first film by Salman Khan after he saw one of her school play performances, but she rejected the proposal as she was aspiring to become a psychologist. Kapoor was trained as singer since her childhood, as her maternal grandfather and mother are classical singers. Kapoor made her acting debut in the 2010 drama Teen Patti alongside Amitabh Bachchan, Ben Kingsley, and R. Madhavan. She played the role of a college girl. The film received generally negative reviews, though her performance was better received. Preeti Arora, writing for Rediff.com, stated that though a bit raw, she has a lot of potential. Nikhat Kazmi reviewed Shraddha Kapoor makes an interesting debut as the edgy youngster who sheds her specs for sleaze with alacrity. Kapoor was nominated for the Filmfare Award for Best Female Debut, but the film failed to do well at the box office after her debut. She signed a three-film deal with Yes Raj Films and featured in their 2011 teen comedy Love Ka Da End with Taha Shah. Kapoor portrayed the lead role of a teenage student who plots against her boyfriend after he cheats on her. The film underperformed at the box office and received mixed reviews from critics. However, Kapoor's performance received a positive critical reception. Dhawan Shraddha is a revelation, catching you unaware with a confident performance. She is electrifying in the sequence when she breaks down after getting to know the true intentions of her lover. For her performance, Kapoor received the Stardust Searchlight Award for Best Actress. Kapoor was subsequently offered the lead female role in Aurangzeb as a part of her deal with Yes Raj Films. However, she signed on to Vishesh Films' Ashiki 2 instead, thereby cancelling the three-film contract with Yes Raj Films. In 2013, Kapoor found her breakthrough role in Mohit Suri's romantic musical drama Ashiki 2, the sequel to the 1990 film Ashiki. She was cast as Arohi Keshav Shirke, a small-town bar singer who becomes a successful playback artist with the help of a popular male singer played by Aditya Roy Kapoor. The film was a major box office success with a global revenue of rupees 1.9 billion, 15 million US dollars. Film critic Anupama Chopra called Kapoor a real triumph and added that her porcelain face has a haunting vulnerability. However, Vinayak Chakravarti of India Today wrote that she looks pretty, though fails to add spark. Kapoor received several nominations in the Best Actress category, including one of the Filmfare Awards that year. She also appeared in a guest appearance for the romantic comedy Gauri Tere Pyar Mein, playing the finance of Imran Khan's character. Kapoor next reunited with Suri for the thriller Equal in 2014, for which she also sang the song Galiyan. The film tells the story of a hardened criminal played by Siddharth Malhotra, whose terminally ill wife played by Kapoor is brutally murdered by a serial killer. The film was generally perceived to be plagiarized from the Korean film I Saw the Devil, although Suri claimed that it was an original film in her review. Raidita Tandon of Filmfare called the film a gritty, engaging thriller and stated that Kapoor was a revelation in it. The film eventually emerged as a major commercial success with domestic revenues of over rupees 1 billion, 14 million US dollar. Her second release that year was Vishal Bhardwaj's critically acclaimed drama Hyder, an adaptation of William Shakespeare's Hamlet, set during the Kashmir conflict of 1995. She played the Ophelia-based character, a journalist named Arisha opposite Shahid Kapoor and Tabu. Writing for Deccan Chronicle, critic Kusumita Das praised Kapoor's effort in capturing the varied nuances of her character and noted that her portrayal was surprisingly composed. Also that year, Kapoor performed an item number in the Karan Johar produced thriller Only. 2015, Kapoor starred in a sequel to the dance film ABCD Anybody Can Dance entitled ABCD 2. She portrayed the role of a hip-hop dancer who competed in an international hip-hop competition alongside her childhood friend Suresh Mukund, essayed by Varun Dhawan. In preparation for her role, she learned different genres of dance from choreographers Prabhudeva and Ramo D'Souza, produced by Walt Disney Pictures. The film earned rupees 1.57 billion, 22 million US dollar worldwide to become her most widely seen film to that point. Kapoor began 2016 by featuring as star Tiger Shroff's love interest in the action drama Baghi, about a pair of rebellious lovers set against the backdrop of a martial arts school. The role required her to practice Kalarpatu, a martial art originating in the south of India. Shubhra Gupta of the Indian Express considered her character in it to be dated, but thought that she played the romantic and action sequences well enough. Commercially, the film performed well and collected a total of rupees 1.26 billion, 18 million US dollar. Kapoor's final release of the year was the rock musical drama Rock On 2, a sequel to 2008's Rock On. She was cast alongside Farhan Akhtar, Arjun Rampal, and Prachi Desai. She played the role of Jiha Sharma, an introverted singer and keyboard player who suffers a neglectful relationship with her father. To prepare, she spent time reading books in isolation and undertook vocal training under the singer Samantha Edwards. Narmata Joshi of The Hindu disliked the film and considered Kapoor's performance self-consciously meek and submissive. Rock On 2 did not recoup its rupees 450 million, 6.3 million US dollar investment. 2017, Kapoor starred in Shahad Ali's romantic drama Okay Jano. reuniting with Aditya Roy Kapoor, a remake of Mani Ratnam's Tamil romantic drama O Kadhal Kanmani. The film was produced by Karan Johar under the banner of Dharma Production. Kapoor next appeared in the romance Half Girlfriend, in which she was paired opposite Arjun Kapoor. It was based on Chetan Bhagat's novel of the same name and reunited her with director Mohit Suri. In a review of the latter film, Raja Sen of NDTV considered it to be a preposterously dim-witted romance and criticized Kapoor as shrill and insubstantial. Later in 2017, Kapoor appeared in Apurva Lakhia's Hasina Parker, a biopic of terrorist Dawood Ibrahim's sister who ran a crime ring of her own. Kapoor played the titular role alongside her brother Siddharth Kapoor, who essayed Ibrahim's character. The film met with negative reviews. Anna Vatikad of First Post considered Kapoor's performance to be as bland as the screenplay, adding that she tries to appear mature and menacing, but the effort shows too much. None of her 2017 releases performed well at the box office. Kapoor next starred opposite Rajkumar Rao in the comedy horror films 3, 2018, based on the Nailba legend. The film featured her as a mysterious, unnamed woman who falls in love with Rao's character. The critic Sabal Chatterjee took note of the film's feminist subtext and found Kapoor to be suitably icy as the enigmatic woman. Rajiv Masand opined that she blends in nicely as the alluring out-of-towner with an air of mystery around her. With gross earning of over rupees 1.7 billion, 24 million US dollar, Stree emerged as her highest grossing release to that point. In the same year, Kapoor reteamed with Shahid Kapoor in Batti Gul Meter Chalu, a social problem film about electricity issue in rural India. She agreed to the project due to the social message she found in the script. Filming was marred with a dispute when the studio, Kiriras Entertainment, failed to remunerate the crew following a brief hiatus. Production resumed after Bhushan Kumar took over the project. Writing for India Today, Charu Thakur noted that Kapoor needs to go a long way as far as her acting skills are concerned. Kapoor was committed to star in a biopic of badminton player Saina Nehwal, directed by Amole Gupte, but after filming for a few days, she opted out of the project, citing a scheduling conflict. She began 2019 by playing the leading lady opposite Prabhas in Sujit's triangle action film Saho, budgeted at rupees 3.5 billion, 49 million US dollar. It is one of the most expensive Indian films produced. In a scathing review for Midday, Mayank Shekhar dismissed her part as rather pale and pointless. The Tamil and Telugu versions of the film did not perform well, but its Hindi version was a commercial success. Her next film release was Nitish Tiwari's Chichori, a comedy drama about college life, co-starring Sushant Singh Rajput. Udita Jhunjhunwala of Mint labeled it a lively homage to hostel life and added that in spite of sketchy role, Kapoor delivers a moving and likable performance with a worldwide gross of over rupees 2 billion, 28 million US dollar. The film emerged as One of her most successful, Kapoor began the new decade by reuniting Varun Dhawan in the dance film Street Dancer 3D 2020, which Namrata Joshi termed a compilation of indistinguishable performances. It did not perform well commercially. She then reteamed with Shah in the spiritual sequel Bagi 3. It underperformed commercially as theaters were shut due to the 2019 to 2020 coronavirus pandemic. She will next star opposite Ranbir Kapoor and Love Ranjan's as yet untitled project. In addition to acting in films, Kapoor had supported charitable organizations, performed for stage shows, and sang in her films. She has also walked in the Lakme Fashion Week for various fashion designers and has been the cover model for several magazines. Kapoor is the brand ambassador of several products, including Lakme, Beat, Lifton, Marico's Hair, and Care and many others. Bollywood Hungama named her one of the most wanted names in the advertising industry. Later in March 2015, she launched her own line of clothing for women named Imara in association with Amazon.com. Kapoor has established herself as one of the most popular celebrities in India. In 2013, a poll conducted by the Indian edition of FHM ranked her fifth in their listing of the world's sexiest actress in 2014. She was placed at the sixth position, and the following year she was placed at the second position in M Cafe Most Searched Celebrities poll. Google Trends also noted that Kapoor is one of the most searched Indian actors between 2014 and 15. Tarif.com placed her in their listing of the top 10 Bollywood actresses in 2014. Kapoor was placed 7th on the Times of India's listing of the most desirable women in 2014 and 15. 2015, the Indian edition of the International Business Times Press positioned her fourth among the top actresses, and Rediff.com featured her among the top earners. 2016 Forbes magazine featured her as one of the most successful Asians under the age of 30, and the previous year, the Indian edition of the magazine featured her in their annual Celebrity 100 list with a total earning of 1.3 million per year. The same year, she became the third most followed Indian actress on Instagram with a total number of over 10 million followers. Kapoor has also gained recognition for her dressing sense. Various media outlets have praised her sense of style and has been considered for ramp walks by several fashion designers. 2016, she was featured among the highest paid actresses of Bollywood, with a total earning of Rs 15 million, 7 lakh US dollars per film. 2018, Eastern Eye featured her as one of the 8th sexiest women in Bollywood. Prabhudeva, born 3rd April 1973, is an Indian dance choreographer, film director, producer, and actor who has worked predominantly in Tamil, Hindi, and Telugu languages. Films in a career spanning 32 years, he has performed and designed a wide range of dancing styles and has garnered two National Film Awards for Best Choreography. He was also awarded the Padma Shri Award in 2019 for his contribution to the art. Beginning with a series of acting roles in the 1990s and early 2000s, Prabhudeva featured in several commercially successful films, including Kadhalan 1994, Lovebirds 1996, Mansara Kanavu 1997, and VIP 1997. After further critically acclaimed performances in the comedy Kathala Kathala 1998 and the family drama Vanthai Pola 2000, Pannin Manthai Thotu 2000, and Ali Thanda Vanam 2001. Deva then failed to recreate the success of his earlier films and his box office value began to decline, and he subsequently made appearances in supporting roles and low-budget Telugu language films. He then successfully ventured into direction with the 2005 Telugu film Nuvostantane Ninodantana, and the success of the project promoted further offers for Deva as a director. He then went to make highly profitable films in Telugu, Hindi, and Tamil languages, such as Pokiri 2007, Shankar Dada Jindabad 2007, Wanted 2009, Rowdy Rathore 2012, Rambo Rajkumar 2013, and Sing is Bling 2015. Prabhudeva was born in Mysore, Karnataka on 3 April 1973 to Mugar Sundar and Madhavamma Sundar, inspired by his father Mugar Sundar, a choreographer for South Indian movies. He took up dancing, learning Indian classical dance forms such as Bharatnatyam from Dharamraj and Udupi Lakshminarayan, as well as Western styles. Raju Sundaram and Najendra Prasad are his brothers. Deva first appeared as a boy playing a flute in the song Panavijhum Iravu from the Tamil film Monga Ragam 1986. He later appeared as a background dancer for a song in the 1988 Tamil film Agni Nachathiram. Deva's first venture as a choreographer was a Kamal Hassan starrer Vetri Visa 1989. He has since then choreographed for over 100 movies. From choreography, he went into acting in 1999. Deva, Shobhana, and A.R. Rahman performed with the Tamil cinema dancing troupe at the MJ's Friends Michael Jackson tribute concert in Munich, Germany. As of 2010, he serves as chairman and director of the Prabhudeva's Dance Academy in Singapore. He planned to release his first video album called It Is Boring in 2013. After a series of cameo appearances in songs from Tamil films, Prabhudeva was given his first lead role by director Pavitran in the romantic drama film Indhu. Appearing alongside actress Roja and Sarath Kumar, Deva's ability to dance was fully utilized in the song sequences with Ghana and disco music thereafter, being regularly featured in his films. He made his breakthrough as an actor with Shankar's Sophomar film, the romantic drama Kadhalan 1994, where he portrayed a young student who first stands up against his lover's father and then an international terrorist. The film was highly lauded for its technical prowess and went on to win 4 National Film Awards, while A.R. Rahman's songs and Deva's choreography, especially in the songs Mukabla and Urvashi Urvasi, became very popular across India. Despite starring relative newcomers, the film went on to become the highest grossing Tamil film of 1994, and the commercial success made Deva a bankable actor. The film also saw success through its dubbed Telugu and Hindi version, creating a market for Deva in other Indian regional industries, while his next project, Russia 1995, garnered poor reviews and collections. He continued to attract big budget films and worked in 2 further films with music by Rahman in 1996. Lovebirds and Mr. Romeo. Shoot extensively in London, Lovebirds received a wide theatrical release in overseas destinations and won Deva positive reviews for his portrayal. Meanwhile, for Mr. Romeo, Deva charged a comparatively high 60 lakh rupees for his remuneration and appeared in a double role alongside Shilpa Shetty and Madhu. The music and dance portions of both films were praised by critics, though both enduring middling performances at the box office. Deva won critical acclaim for his role in Rajiv Menon's romantic drama Minsara Kanavu 1997, where he portrayed a streetwise hairstylist who inadvertently attracts the attention of a young woman who he tries to help set up with another man, featuring Deva alongside Arvind Swamy and Kajol. The film went on to win 4 National Film Awards, 3 Tamil Nadu State Film Awards, and a Filmfare Award, mostly for the film's soundtrack by Rahman. Meanwhile, Deva also won the National Film Award for Best Choreography for his work in the song Vanillave. A critic from Indolink.com wrote, "It is easy to become a fan of Prabhu Deva after this movie if you are not one yet," while Rediff.com referred to his performance as graceful. Minsara Kanavu performed well at the box office and also had a wide release in Hindi under the title Sapne. His following release, the romantic comedy VIP 1997, featuring an ensemble cast of Abbas, Simran, and Rambha, also did well commercially. Indolink.com described the film as probably the feel-good movie of 1997, adding that this movie is important as it's probably the coming of age for Prabhu Deva, and that he has definitely matured since his Kadhalan days and shows a lot more restraint and a little flair for comedy. Deva continued to win critical acclaim and commercial success with his roles in the comedy film Kathala Kathala 1998, co-starring Kamal Hassan, and the drama film Nina Virukkum Varai 1999. Regarding his performance in the later film, a reviewer from Indolink.com cited that Prabhu Deva gets a wonderful script and character that he is comfortable in. He subsequently went on to feature in the Guinness World Record setting film Swayamvaram 1999 and Vikraman's successful family drama film Vantha Hai Paula 2000, where critics praised his histrionic abilities. In In the early 2000s, Deva actively began to work on more smaller budget comedy films as his appeal at the box office began to decline. Despite winning critical acclaim for his performance as a bus conductor in Asian Circle 2000 and commercial success with his work in Sundar She's Ulam Kolai Poguthai 2001 and Manadhai Thirudivitai 2001. Many of his other Tamil films during the period did not perform well financially. In this period, he also notably worked on the Triangle 1, 2, 3, 2002 alongside his brothers and Siddique's Angle Anna 2004 with Vijay Kanath. Subsequently, Deva moved on to prioritize acting roles in different industries, notably starring in offbeat roles in the Kannada film H2O 2002 alongside Upendra and the Hindi film Agni Varsha 2002 with Amitabh Bachchan. He also worked extensively in the Telugu film industry, appearing in multi-star films or as the second lead actor in projects including Santosham 2002, Kalyan Ramudu and Anduru Dongale Dorikite 2004. Following the success of his directorial ventures, Deva actively began to appear in less acting roles. However, he continued to make occasional appearances and portrayed leading roles in the dance film Style 2006, ABCD 2013, and its sequel ABCD 2 2015. The films all performed well commercially, with a quitting writing regarded as the dance legend by many. Prabhu is expectedly incomparable in dances, but the good news is that he handles the dramatic scene well too. For his performance in ABCD, Deva also portrayed a supporting role in Santosh Sivan's Malayalam historical drama film Urumi 2011, featuring in an ensemble cast including Prithviraj Arya and Kenila D'Souza. The film opened to critical acclaim, while Deva was highly appreciated for his performance, with a critic from The Hindu noting Deva excels with his stand-up comic reparity. Deva returned to Tamil cinema as an actor after a gap of 11 years with the 2016 film Dev, joining hands with director A.L. Vijay. The film was also simultaneously shoot in Hindi and Telugu, titled Abhinetri and Tutak Tutak Putiya in 2017. Deva acted in Thangar Bachchan's film Kalwadya Ojhutgwar 2017. He released a comedy driven heist film Gulab Gaveli 2018 in Pongal Festival, followed by silent film Mercury 2018 and musical dance Lakshmi 2018. 2019 Charlie Chaplin 2 was released, which is a sequel to 2002 film Charlie Chaplin. He also debuted as a lyricist in the film. After that, Deva appeared in Devi 2, which is sequel of Devi. The film was simultaneously shoot in Telugu as Abhinetri 2 and Khamoshi, directed by Chakri Toleti, both co-starring Tamanna. Deva is slated to direct Salman Khan star Radhe, You Are Most Wanted by the principal photography, which is scheduled to commence on 4 November 2019. It is sequel to the 2009 film Wanted and is set to be theatrically released on 22 May 2020. Prabhu Deva married Ramlatha, who changed her name to Latha. They had 3 children, but their eldest son died of cancer in 2008. In 2010, his wife filed a petition at the family court seeking directions against Deva from live-in relationship with the actress Nyathara and requesting a reunion with him. Furthermore, Ramlatha threatened to go on hunger strike if Prabhu Deva married Nayantara, while several women's organizations conducted protests against Nayantara for bringing disrepute to Tamil culture, burning an effigy of her. In 2012, Nayantara confirmed that she had ended her relationship with Prabhu Deva. Deva has moved to Mumbai and is residing at Bone Kapoor's old place called Green Acres. Prabhu Deva's mother, Mahadevavamma, is from the village of Dora, about 7 kilometers 11 miles from Mysore. He owns property in Dora and has developed a farm there. Deva made brief appearances in solo items such as April Maili in Idhyam 1991, Lalakhu Doldapri, Ma and Surya 1992, Chinna Rasif and Walter Watrival 1993, Chikku Bukku Rayali in Gentleman 1993. After appearing as junior artist in songs such as Raja Thi Raja and Agni Nachithara 1988, he performed with Madhuri Dixit in the song Ki Sera Sera for the movie Pukar. He acted along with Lawrence Raghavendra in the 2006 Telugu film Star. He performed with Apache Indian in the song No Problem for his film Lovebirds. He performed in the film Abracadabra for the song Om Shi. He performed in the Nana Patekar and Karishma Kapoor star film Shakti, The Power 2002 for a song. He performed with Upendra in the Kannada film H2O. He made a special appearance in Pokiri, which was directed by himself, with Vijay in the song Will Do for the song Hey Rama as a guest appearance. He performed with Bollywood actors Salman Khan and Govinda for a song in his 2009 directorial Wanted. He performed at the opening ceremony of the 2012 Indian Premier League on 3 April in Chennai along with Amitabh Bachchan, Salman Khan, Kareena Kapoor, Priyanka Chopra and American artist Katy Perry. The event was special to Prabhu Deva as he shared his 39th birthday on the same day. On 18 August 2007, a music video for the song Kalluri Vanil from the Indian Tamil movie Pennim Manathai Thotu was uploaded to YouTube by Mike Sutton, YouTube user Buffalex. The video was retitled Benny Lava and created as a Soramimi, edited to include incorrect English subtitles that phonetically approximate the original Tamil lyrics. Reaction to the Kalluri Vanil Soramimi were mixed. Some felt that the video was done in good fun, while others worried that their culture was being mocked. The music video was featured on the Collaborate Report on 4 December 2008 and appeared on the heavy metal documentary Global Metal. Apar Shakti Khurana, born 18 November 1987, is an Indian actor, radio jockey and a television host. He is the younger brother of actor Ayushmann Khurana. Khurana's first Bollywood project came with the sports biopic Dangal 2016, which emerged as one of the highest grossing Indian films of all time and earned him several recognitions. He subsequently portrayed supporting roles in several other commercially successful films such as Badrinath Ki Dulhaniya 2017, Stoi 2018, Luka Chupi 2019 and Pati Patni Aur Wo 2019. Khurana was born on 18 November 1987 in Chandigarh to Poonam and P. Khurana. he completed his schooling and graduation in law from Chandigarh. He was also the sports captain at school and captained the Haryana under-19 cricket team. His brother Ayushmann Khurrana is a popular Bollywood actor. Apart Shakti audition for MTV Roadies Season 3 Episode 2, it was the first time he faced the camera. Khurrana made his acting debut with Nitish Tiwari's biographical sports drama Dangal 2016 about the story of Mahavir Singh Foghat, an Indian amateur Pahalwani wrestler who trains his two daughters Geeta and Babita to become India's world-class top female wrestlers. Amir Khan was cast as Mahavir, while Fatima Sana Sheikh and Sanya Malhotra featured as the two daughters, and Khurrana played Omkar, Mahavir's nephew. The film garnered favorable reactions from critics and was highly anticipated. Dangal eventually proved to be the highest grossing Indian film, with grossing of over Rs 20 billion to 80 million US dollar in global ticket sales, becoming Khurrana's highest grossing release ever and earning him praise along with a Screen Award for Best Male Debut and a nomination under the same category at the Filmfare Awards. The Shashank Khaitan directed romantic comedy Badrinath Ki Dulhaniya 2017 was Khurrana's next film release, co-starring Alia Bhatt and Varun Dhawan. The film narrated the story of an independent young woman, Bhatt, from rural India who refuses to conform to patriarchal expectations from her chauvinistic fiance Dhawan. Khurrana was cast as Bhushan Mishra, Bhatt's brother-in-law. Badrinath Ki Dulhaniya proved to be one of the top grossing production of the year, grossing over Rs 2 billion, 28 million US dollar worldwide. In 2018, Khurrana appeared in 3 films, the first of which was Mudassar Aziz Happy Fir Bhag Jayegi, a sequel to the 2016 film Happy Bhag Jayegi, a comedy about two girls who both are named Happy, a critical and commercial failure. It co-starred Sonakshi Sinha and Danny Penty, with Khurrana playing the supporting part of Aman Wadhwa, the eloped fiance of Happy to Sinha. His next role was in Amar Kaushik's directorial debut, Stree, a horror comedy co-starring Rajkumar Rao, Shraddha Kapoor and Pankaj Tripathi. Stree emerged as a major commercial success with a worldwide gross revenue of Rs 1.80 billion, 25 million US dollar, and his performance earned him a Best Supporting Actor nomination at Filmfare. Khurrana's final release of 2018 was Netflix film Azma Chawal, directed by Leena Yadav. It co-starred Rishi Kapoor, Anirudh Talwar, and Amaira Dastoor, and was a commercial failure. In 2019, Khurrana took on another supporting role in Laxman Utekar's romantic comedy Luka Chupi, co-starring Kartik Aaryan, Kirti Sanon, and Tripathi, set in Uttar Pradesh. Luka Chupi is about the story of a live-in relationship between a headstrong woman, Rashmi, played by Sanon, and a television reporter, Guddu, played by Aryan. His next film of the year was Prashant Singh's Jabariya Jodi, starring Siddharth Malhotra and Parineeti Chopra, which performed poorly at the box office. After doing a special appearance in his brother Ayushmann's commercial successful satire Bala, Khurrana played Aryan's best friend in his last film of 2019. The Mudassar Aziz directed comedy Pati Patni Aur Wo, a remake of the 1978 film with the same name, which relates the life of a philandering husband who gets attractive towards his female co-worker while Luka Chupi, Bala and Pati Patni were commercially successful. Jabariya Jodi performed poorly at the box office. Khurana starred in Ramo D'Souza dance film Street Dancer, a spin-off to the 2015 dance film ABCD2, co-starring Dhawan and Shraddha Kapoor, which released on 24 January 2020. His personal life: Khurana was born in Chandigarh. His father P. Khurana is an astrologer and an author on the subject of astrology, whereas his mother Poonam is a housewife and she is of half Burmese descent and an MA in Hindi. He married Akraita Ahuja, whom he met at a dance class in Chandigarh on 7 September 2014.